Hello friends, today I am coming out with the latest amendment related to redevelopment of cooperating society. Maharashtra government for the first time on 3rd January 2009 issued a circular how the redevelopment has to be done under section 79A of MCS Act. However, for the last 10 years the government realized there are various complaints which have been received in the various managements and the process of redevelopment. Considering this, the government has revised 3rd January 2009 circular on 4th July 2019. This notification lists down the various important things to be considered. The first and foremost thing is whether the building is dilapidated, unsafe for staying, or it is declared by the common authority as dilapidated and unsafe, dangerous to stay. And the required provisions are as per the development controls are fulfilled, only such buildings and such society should undertake redevelopment. Which means there has to be structural audit carried out, there has to be proper common authority should give that building is unsafe. The second most important thing is whenever the housing societies goes for the redevelopment, they should see that the MCS Act and rules and bylaws are properly followed. Now when you want to take redevelopment, the first and foremost is 20% of the members should give application in writing. Earlier this was 25%, now it is reduced to 20%. Once this is given, earlier within 1 month you are supposed to take the general body, now that period has been extended to 2 months. Now there are 3 important agenda to be taken in the general body meeting. The first agenda is whether to go for redevelopment or not to go for redevelopment. Second is appointment of the project management or the architect who will prepare a feasibility report and guide the societies for redevelopment. And third is outlining the entire process of redevelopment. Now the question arises, who should appoint the project management consultant? Project management consultant should be appointed by the general body only. It cannot be delegated to the managing committee. There should be minimum 3 quotations which should be received from the project management consultant. Now in the general body there has to be minimum 2/3 members present. Earlier it was 75%, now 67% members should be present in the general body meeting to constitute the quorum. And secondly, earlier 75% of the 75% members present should have given the consent for redevelopment or appointment of the PMC. Now it is required that you require 51% of the members consent for going for redevelopment, and that consent should be in writing. The next and most important is the transparency has been given utmost importance in this circular. What it says is the society, the day they decide to go for redevelopment or the application is issued for redevelopment, the managing committee should install a web portal, website, wherein the members can interact, the notices, general body notices, everything can be put on the website so that the complete transparency is maintained. The website, the detail also should be given to the registrar. The notices which are given to the members should be of 14 days. It should be given by hand delivery. It should be put on the notice board as well as on the website. Thereafter, the project management consultants will be appointed in the general body meeting. The scope of the appointment of the project management consultant will be decided. Within 15 days, there will be agreement or the appointment letter given to the project management consultant. The scope includes the various development control rules applicable, whether the conveyance is obtained or not, and how much potential is there in the project, carrying out the survey of the plot. All these will be the scope of the project management consultant. Thereafter, the project management consultant will prepare a feasibility report. It will be presented to the members. There will be joint meeting of the society. The managing committee will call a joint meeting of the project management consultants, and also the members will be given. And the most important in this circular is said, not a single consent or suggestion given by the people who are not present in the meeting can be considered. It has to be the members who should present in the meeting, their consent will be taken, their approval will be taken. And the next is the tender has to be prepared. The tender will be published in the notice board and to the members, and there also minimum 3 quotations should be received. If 3 quotations are not received in the first time, then it can be extended by 7 days and another additional quotation can be taken. Even if it is not there, then you can again extend it for another 7 days for receiving the tender, and after 2 extension, if the number of tenders issued is less than 3, then whatever tenders have been issued, that can be considered. The most important of this circular is, this is for redevelopment by appointing a developer, or a contract development, or a cluster development, federation redevelopment, or by self-redevelopment, or any types of redevelopment that we are familiar with. All types of redevelopments are considered by this circular. Once the appointment is done, the developer agreement will be made. That agreement has to be executed within 3 months. Earlier it was 2 months, now 3 months are given. The very important thing is, the developer whom we are electing or selecting for the redevelopment or his associate should be registered with RERA website, which is very, very important. Now, there are various terms and conditions which need to be included in the development agreement. The most important is, there has to be 20% bank guarantee of the entire project cost. Secondly, the agreement should be, permanent alternate accommodation should be made as per the RERA carpet area, and various terms and conditions like whatever has been agreed upon need to be done. And the redevelopment should be completed within 2 years from the date of first commencement certificate, or maximum 3 years from the date of first commencement certificate. This way, the scope and the terms and conditions that need to be included in the redevelopment agreement also has been mentioned. So I think this has been wonderful, this one, and I would only say that again, the associate members who are relatives of the member can also attend the meeting with the authority letter. They need not be, their name need not be on the share certificate. They can also give the consent, because MCS Act has been amended when there is a separate chapter for co-operating society. With this, I think this redevelopment circular is aiming at bringing the transparency, giving the guideline, and moving ahead. There are a lot of questions which are asked by a number of people, whether the 4th July 2019 circular or 3rd January 2009 circular, whether they are mandatory, compulsory. I would say that this has been issued under section 79A of the MCS Act, powers used by the government, and therefore this notification, like NOC notification, non-occupancy notification, or transfer fee notification, also is equally mandatory and compulsory. No doubt there are some societies where the procedure is not followed directly or in a systematic way. Some of the aggrieved members have gone to the High Court and Supreme Court, and there it has been held that if the procedure is not followed in systematically as per the circular, but the spirit has been followed, and there is a maximum consensus, majority are in selecting a particular developer, then that cannot be taken as the mandatory, it can be taken as a guideline. So in short, I would say that the registrar is required to be present at the time of selecting the contractor or the developer, and it has to be video recorded. Similarly, registrar also is required to be present, his representative is required to be present when the allotment of the flats are done on lottery basis. If they are done on the serial basis as provided in the notification, then the registrar may not be called, his representative may not be called, but otherwise it has to be through the registrar. So with this, I think we have given lot of information on the 4th July 2019 circular, which is bringing a lot of transparency. If you need any more clarification, you are most welcome to contact our office, Maharashtra Societies Welfare Association, of which I am the chairman, and our contact number is 022 4255 1414, 022 4255 1425. Thank you very much.